What's going on, everybody? How you doing? This is a donation request. This is for Dave. This continues on with the Sparks request, and this song is the #1 song in heaven, which I really like that title. I think that's great. This is off of their. I haven't done this yet, but after that last song, I was like, you know what? I should go to what albums they're on. So this is off of their 1979 album, #1 in Heaven, their 8th album, recorded with Italian disco producer Giorgio Moroder, who I've heard his name. I've heard that guy's name. And I feel like I've heard music of his. I just don't know off the top of my head. Italian composer and music producer dubbed the father of disco, pioneering Euro disco and electronic dance music. When in Munich in the 70s, Moroder started his own record label called Oasis Records, which several years later became a division of Casablanca Records. He is the founder of the former Musicland Studios in Munich, a recording studio used by many artists, including the Stones, ELO, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Queen, Elton John. He produced singles for Donna Summer during the mid to late 70s disco era, including Love to Love You Baby, I Feel Love, Last Dance, MacArthur Park, Hot Stuff, Bad Girls. Okay. Began to compose film soundtracks and scores. Maybe that's why I've heard of him. Maybe that's what it is. Not that I watch a lot of movies, but yeah, I'm like, he sounds like a scoring guy. Yeah, Scarface. I have seen Scarface. Has created songs for many performers, including Bowie. Yeah, I was going to mention that also. I was like, maybe Bowie also sounds familiar. Giorgio Moroder. Bowie, yeah. Falco, Kylie Minogue. I know that lady's name, but I don't know how to say it. Irene Cara, Janet Jackson, Madeleine Kane, Melissa Manchester, Blondie, Japan. I should check out more Japan. I really like that song. What's it called? It's Ghosts. Really like that song, and that recording is really cool. Berlin's Take My Breath Away. Oh, Moroder has stated that the work of which he is most proud is Berlin's Take My Breath Away, which earned him the Academy Award for Best Original Song. Interesting. Top Gun? Okay, cool. Getting back to Sparks and this song. So I saw this, I was like, oh wow. Joy Division cited #1 song in Heaven, the song that we're doing for this video, as a primary influence during the recording of Love Will Tear Us Apart. That's interesting. Joy Division's drummer Stephen Morris stated, when we were doing Love Will Tear Us Apart, there were 2 records we were into, Frank Sinatra's Greatest Hits and #1 Song in Heaven by Sparks. That was the beginning of getting interested in Giorgio Moroder. Very cool. That, I have to say, is pretty cool. So recorded with, Giorgio Moroder was the producer. The album marked a change of musical direction for the group and became influential on later synth pop bands. Very cool to be checking this out, actually, because of that. Upon release, the reviews in the UK music press were mostly negative. NME wrote that the songs elongated into pseudo-European disco drama. Reviewer Ian Penman said Moroder's production is essentially irrelevant, and found that the album was neither a comedy album, because these guys obviously are jokey, right, nor an experimental album, but it possesses the near instant redundancy of both. Melody Maker panned the album, concluding the most pathetic thing of all is that they seem to think you'll want to dance to it. God damn. Record Mirror said that the album was a complete frustration from beginning to end, with odes to Donna Summer's Deep Down Inside on My Other Voice and to David Bowie on Tryouts for the Human Race. Reviewer James Parade finally said, once upon a time, they were at least 5 years ahead. At the moment, they're lying 2 years behind. Man, wow. Retrospective reviews have been more favorable. These fucking assholes, man. Yeah, Oh, well, looking back, you guys actually did do pretty well. Yeah, fucking pricks. Anyways, retrospective reviews have been more favorable. In a 4 out of 5 star review published on AllMusic, John Bush wrote, the marriage of Sparks' focus on oddball pop songs to the driving disco trance of Giorgio Moroder produced the duo's best album in years. Wow. Paste named #1 in Heaven the best synth pop album of all time. It's fucking people. Sorry. I just can't. It like bothers me. There's only 6 tracks on the whole album. It's like 33 minutes long. Anyways, all right, let's get to the song. I'm very interested to hear it. The #1 song in heaven. All right, let's get to it. Bam. Oh, it's a video. Right, everybody's heard that before, where it's like background vocals that build like that, where it just stacks. Instead of stacking, he just did one, and then he went to the next one, then he went to the next one, right? It's just arpeggiating. Interesting. Okay. There's a lot of noise at the end right there. Wow. Okay. That was interesting. Interesting. I guess the only thing that I wish is that his vocals were louder. Yeah. Like, and maybe a little bit more up front. Like, it felt a little bit like distant. And I don't know if it was completely volume. It's the only thing that I wish about it. I thought it was alright. It was okay. You know, the production is pretty basic in terms of it's just drums, synthesizers, and vocals. Really, it's cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's totally nothing wrong with that. Someone in the comments here, the blueprint for every synth duo that came after: deadpan technology guy and soulful dramatic singer. I don't know if I'd specifically say soulful, but yeah, this is alright. It was alright. It was okay. The next song is actually off of the same album, which I'm glad about, because I want to, if this is such a, divisive and or classic album, it's good to get more than one. So that's what we got next. I'll catch you then. Later.